Hello and namaskar viewers. In this video, we are going to talk about understanding the concept of karma with special reference to Sadhguru's recent book, Karma, which has been published in 2021 by Penguin House. What is the first thing that comes to mind whenever we utter the word karma? It's about action. We immediately come to know that karma means some past action, whatever we do, our activity. So it is related to somehow karma. That's the very popular concept, a very popular notion of karma, but not exactly according to this book that is with me. Well, the reading of this book can be subjected to various interpretations, and therefore I would say that you choose your own interpretation, because whatever I'll be sharing in this video is related to my understanding and observation of karma written by Sadhguru.
As we can see from the book structure, we have a very clear introduction and 3 different parts to get the approach towards the dimension of karma as a process and what other notions can be linked with it. So we have an epilogue and also glossary for the international readers and those who aren't acquainted with the terms. While reading, the reader would feel as if the guru is talking to the student.
Well, first of all, this book has been written in a very understandable language or understandable English. That is, a combination of intellect, a combination of depth, a combination of simplicity. So it is not a complex read at all. And another thing is, which I like about being a researcher myself, is the structure of the book. The structure of the book, as you may have noticed a while ago, that how it has been divided into different parts, like the introduction and the different sutras explained, and what are the practices that can be adopted after understanding the concept. How can we enhance our karma? How can we detach ourselves? What actually is detachment? And how it has ended into an epilogue, and finally certain questions, common questions that readers might have after reading the book. So this is a very understandable and a very friendly way of dealing with readers, and really appreciate your work. If any of the devotees or disciple of Sadhguru is watching this video, please convey my regards that this is a wonderful work. And another point I would like to say about the structure is it is meant for international reading. So international readership is very beautifully tackled. It is not only meant for the Indian audience, Indian readers, but it is also meant for the international readers as well. And therefore, there is also a glossary where there are different terms, and their explanations written in a very simple way, simple manner, so that the international reader may have the idea of what this particular Sanskrit term or Indian term means.
After every explanation, Sadhguru gives the reader certain practices to adopt, that which can guide us to enhance our karma and also to understand. As for example, the explanation of pain and suffering, because pain is something that is certain to happen, but suffering is, it all depends upon us whether we want to suffer or we want to deal with it. Another fact is, like, if karma is associated with action, then inaction is also associated with karma. Sadhguru also tells us about the karmic memory. Like, for example, the physical memory, the body memory that we have, which is famously known in Sanskrit as Runanubandha. Interestingly, he associates the unconscious mind as the tremendous library of karmic memory. This is further linked with the modern day terminology. He has talked about the unconscious mind as accumulated karma, the subconscious mind as the allotted karma, and the conscious mind as the actionable karma, which is the present. So, very beautifully, a connection can be rooted out that is very clearly given in this book. An interesting point that, as a reader, I have unraveled is that Sadhguru talks to the readers in two different levels. One is the level which is as it is, like the modern day terminologies, the modern day references, and another one is another dimension is completely metaphysical, spiritual, deeply philosophical. One of the most important point that he mentions is about two things that we suffer because of our memory and imagination. We are not at the present because that's the existential reality. And we are therefore giving ourselves either in the memory, the past, or in our future imagination. Sadhguru says that both memory and imagination exist in our or are part of different aspects of psychological reality. They have nothing to do with our existential reality, which is at present, the present moment. That's all for now. Hope you've enjoyed the readings of this particular book, Karma by Sadhguru. Thank you so much. I request everybody who haven't read this book, please go through this book to have a better ideology of karma.